Rhypi here. Welcome to the stream. Hope everyone's doing well this morning as we're just chilling out, hanging out, talking to you guys as I see you guys. Today being Thursday, and right now, in the back of my mind, I'm like, there's a lot of things that I want to get done in so little time. We'll see how all of it works out. Just because the teacher minded me, because for those of you that haven't met me before, I'm Rhypi, where I talk about a lot of different things from time to time on these driving streams. Where you see me now is where I can do it without having to feel like there's an order that I'm planning to talk about it, or the gaming streams where I talk about things in chat or gaming, gaming in general, or what game we're playing at that moment, depending on what's going on. And then I also do card pack openings from time to time. And when I'm not on YouTube, I'm a high school math teacher / college instructor. So, I had some of my college students yesterday. It's like, I'm sorry I wasn't here Monday. I'm like, it's okay, we didn't have class. I can tell some of them they was really worried about not being there, because some of them, they realized it around 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock that they didn't went to class, and they're like, oh no. It's one of those interesting things. Every group has their own worries. Looks like this class is going to be the class of feeling bad every time they miss. All's well with everyone as we're just chilling out, hanging out, talking to you guys as I see you guys. Welcome in, everybody. Still don't know what demo I'm gonna play tonight because it is Demo Thursdays. I have a couple ideas, but I might strap them all once I look at the demos I could play later today once I'm back at my computer. Hello, Brother Adam, how are you doing today? Hello, Chicken, how are you doing? Welcome. Gosh. I understand that, Brother Adam. Made me laugh that you wanted to make sure to explain it for anyone who didn't know the joke. You know I don't have that kind of funds to pay everyone when when someone laughs. If I did that, then I would have to worry about having a jar, like if someone has a swear jar. Yeah, it's just one of those interesting things to think about. Is I enjoy doing what what I do, no matter if I'm talking about my full time, part time, or with you guys. And I know some people are always shocked that I don't turn on the ads for you guys when I'm doing these streams, but it's because I don't want it to be where it feels like a different vibe just because I have the ads. Indeed. Probably even confuse you when you see a hedgehog in real life. You're just like, wait. Or armadillo, they're like, wait, that one's not prickly. Yeah, I know some of us haven't seen any of these animals in real life. It's just one of those funny things to think about for those of us that have seen all three. Hedgehog is the one that you'll most likely not see in your life. Armadillo depends on what part of the world you're at. For those of us that are in the Midwest, or south part of the South, like Texas and Arkansas, I think Arizona sees them as well, and New Mexico, that we see the armadillo, but not many other places. I've seen pictures. I don't know if I've seen it in real life yet, or if I have, it's at one of the zoos I went to once. If it's what I'm thinking it is correctly. I don't think I've seen it outside of the zoo. Yep. I can see that, Brother Adam. I just know for me, when I wasn't driving yet, I remember seeing one in the Houston area. I'm just like, wait, what? Because normally they're more in the Panhandle / Dallas area, so Dallas-Fort Worth area. So for me to see one in Houston, I was like, wait, what? Because this was college days when I saw it. Understand that, Brother Adam. Hello, Castro. How are you doing? Welcome in. How are you doing today? It's like there's some people, when I first mention Komodo dragon, they forget that it's a kind of lizard. Gosh, Brother Adam. You just wanted to make sure you clicked it as well, didn't you? Yeah. I mean, it's just one of those cases that I don't mind, because I know some people, they tune to the stream quickly and then they leave once they realize that it's not a short. Yeah. But it's one of those. And poor Komodo dragon is interesting to think about. I think one time I saw it at a zoo, but in non-zoo, I don't think I've seen it yet, since there's not usually that they usually don't appear in Texas. But I remember that they're supposedly somewhere in the United States that someone sees them from time to time, but it's more, I think they're in the tropical islands and stuff like that. But it's one of those cases that and there's a couple other ones out there that you say the name of it and it's not what you think it is. Similar to people never seen dragonflies. In real life, they are confused that it doesn't look like a fly to them. And I know that's why some people are always confused why it's called a dragonfly, since it doesn't always have the qualities of any kind of dragon. Just depends on who you talk to when it comes to that. Because, you know, some people, they'll fact check everything that someone says. And be like, hey, you're wrong. Hey, you're wrong. Hey, you're wrong. There's a reason why people have that that disclaimer on their streams because they're tired of people saying it to them. It's like everything that's discussed is my opinion, not factual. I know that some streamers have that in their disclaimers now. Because they're tired of people complaining about it from time to time. Especially if it's multiple people in the same chat today. Dill! How are you doing, Dill? Indeed, brother Adam. How's things been going for you, Dill? Nice, Dill. That's what we're doing too. How's things been going for you? Just in case I haven't said it since last year, Happy New Year's, but I know it's a little late to say it, but just in case. I think I've seen you in Harry's chat before today, so I was able to say Happy New Year's to you. But just in case. In the 50-50. Hopefully it feels better than 50 for you soon. And why did it feel like I said 53 times? Oops. Indeed. But there's a reason why some people feel like they make the double-sided heads or double-sided tails, because sometimes it feels like life is one of those coins to people too. I know some people think I'm double heads because I'm super positive. But there's times like last night that I felt mad at myself just because I messed up on a lot of different things all at once. And I was trying to stay calm while I was doing the stream. But sometimes the 50-50 can change throughout the course of the day. I know. I remember seeing this video or movie, I forget which, where someone was like every hour or 2 hours they flipped a coin to see if their luck has changed. Yeah. birds. Gonna do that, dude. Alrighty, Dill. Have a good one. See you next time. You got this. Have a good one, bro. I don't know about today once I get to the school, but yesterday it was funny that I still saw ice on the grass at my school because of how much shade there is. It hasn't really melted yet. It's just gonna be the case that I'm like, as I'm helping my students understand different things, I'm gonna be trying to figure out what I'm gonna give them on the test next week. Because right now, in half of my college prep groups, I talked about everything quadratics with them. So I want to make sure that they remembered it for those who still need to do for the TSI. Driving streams or gaming streams or card back sometimes other things. But I try to do what I can, because I know, especially Pokemon right now, that it's not always easy to get them. So anytime I have that chance, I'm like, might as well get the chance to do it. But for me, I enjoy doing it just because I'm able to feel like I'm able to help out where I can and stuff like that. Because some days I know that's going to be the most stressful days. And that was a bright light today. I can understand that. Especially if you took the college class of it, that for our math degrees, that there was some things you're just like, I understand why this is a thing, but when we had to go into hypothetical and null and stuff like that, I know that confused a lot of people. Especially when you have to know what test it was that you needed to do, because at least my probability professor had us know 8 different tests that we had to know how to do for it. And that's the part that was just like, because there was just subtle differences if you didn't know what to look for. So you could be off by a little bit. And the thing that makes me laugh the most thinking about it is that probability we did a lot of it by hand or charts, and then next semester he was like, all right, all the stuff that I showed you in probability, you can use it with this app. And I still have the app just in case I ever want to do it myself on in the future. But right now, I don't show it to my high school students because they're not supposed to be on their phones. But I'm just like, how could I show it to them at some point without them wanting to pull out their phones? Wowza. Understand that. Understand that completely. Especially if they spring it up on you. It's like, oh, by the way, you have to pass this class as part of your degree when you're in the degree. There's a reason why they have it, a rule/law, however you want to say it, that once you start the degree plan, they can't change it unless you take too long of a break in between. Then they can legally change it. Change it for someone who, like, if you've been gone for 10 plus years usually. But some schools, they get away with it after 2 years, depending on what degree it is. I just think it's funny for my degree. I had to choose between knowing and learning C, Python, and a couple other ones. But then we also had to do a math coding class that we didn't use any of the languages that we had to learn before taking that class. That class required you to take the programming before going into that class. So it's like, okay, why? Still not Ohio. Still not Ohio, Lucas. What you said in a second, brother Adam. Just for some reason that block of text I can't see right now. So give me a second to read it once I'm done parking, since I'm close to the school. Okay, I see it now. Just that was a spot where there wasn't really many lights. Yeah. Makes sense completely, brother Adam. But that's why they sometimes change things once they see why students say they struggled, but in some places they still want it to be that they have a reason why someone has to take the class 2 or 3 times. And that's a little sad to think about, that some colleges and universities, mainly universities, has it where they have that 1 or 2 class per major that they're like, yeah, we know people are gonna need to take this class multiple times, because like I told you guys before, the main reason why I didn't finish out my first university was the one of the classes that I had to take. I was one of 5 people in that room that was taking it for the first time. Even though I didn't pass it because I didn't get along with the teacher, and the test was basically, can you recite what you wrote down in his textbook, because he was wanting you to modify it too much. And when you did, you lose points. Because it was a proof-based math class. Exactly. Yeah, that's definitely the case. Unless you happen to get a scholarship from the school, then you can. Some schools have it in place that it says that if you have a scholarship through them, then you do not have to pay the out-of-state tuition. But not everyone knows that rule. So because of it, they still try to charge people the out-of-state tuition. Yeah. I wouldn't be able to tell you since I don't know Indiana as well as other places. I know where it is on the map, mostly, but I don't think I've ever been inside of Indiana. Yeah, never. Most of the states I've been to are along the south. I haven't ventured past the south really much. I know if I ever do the cons/conventions, then I'll probably be visiting places I never thought I would be visiting, but that's a different story, a different day. Okay, brother Adam. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Gonna go ahead and head out. I need to do a couple of things before I have tutorials this morning. That hope everyone has a good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when you're watching the stream. Later tonight, we'll be doing our usual after school stream, whether it's afternoon or evening, and then we'll be doing some kind of demo for our demo Thursdays. And remember, you got this, guys. See you guys next time. Peace.